Good morning. I'm Linda Fontaine, your host for A Closer Look. Today we have the honor and privilege of having Christy Smith with Tanasi Arts and Heritage Center. Good morning.
Well, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming. Tell us, what is Tanasi Arts and Heritage Center?
Tanasi Arts and Heritage Center is a regional art and crafts center that showcases Tennessee mountain arts, whether it be jewelry, wood bowls, scarves, silk scarves. We just did a workshop on corn husk dolls, yarn dyeing, herb foraging. We have all kinds of good recipes there as well. We carry honey. We carry a lot of canjos, which is a specific guitar made out of a Spam can.
Wow.
Yes, and we also carry yarns, a lot of yarns there.
So is it more of like a shop?
It is a gallery for right now, the center is, but we do have workshops there monthly. Right now, especially during the year of the National Endowment for the Art Grant. But we do, in the past, also have them quarterly, usually, and a lot of community people come out for those.
Okay, so right now you have them monthly?
Yes.
That is wonderful. I was looking at the website, and I noticed one in particular that piqued my interest, and that was the herb foraging.
Yes, herb foraging, of course, has been around for centuries. Our ancestors have been foraging in the mountains for, centuries. And so we, during the National Endowment for the Art Grant, that was our first event that we had in September of 2017. And it was with Michelle Boughton, who actually owns Herbalacha, which is a foraging. She teaches you to live off the land.
Yes.
Class that they actually are getting ready to start again in March of this year. So.
Oh, I had a son that was very interested in taking that class, and it just didn't work with his schedule. And now he doesn't live in the state anymore, but when he comes back sometime, he's going to have to sign up for that because he is very interested in that sort of thing. He and his friend go out foraging all the time, trying to learn about the different things out there.
That we can eat, yes. When I grew up, my father taught me how to hunt morels, and so his his mother taught him as well. And so we had 115 people show up for that class, and it was free. That's the good thing about these events. They're all free.
Oh, wow.
Because we initially got it from the National Endowment for the Arts, and so we offer these for free classes. So.
That is wonderful.
Yes, it is.
So do you have like art shows and things like that there?
We will have a particular class in June that's actually you get to do your own art. And found art and also watercoloring with that. We do have art there, yes, for sale. We have a lot of artists.
But do you ever showcase one artist a month or something like that?
I try to do that on Facebook. We I'll go into the gallery and take pictures of different artists' work and showcase them on Facebook for right now. Yes.
Well, that sounds interesting. Now, I had not even heard of y'all until I was just fiddling around on the computer one day, looking at the different chambers in the area and events that were going on, and I came across an event that you guys have coming up. And then I thought, well, they sound like a really interesting group of people. I'm going to give them a call. But do you have the Art of Storytelling event or something like this coming up?
Yes, we do. February the 24th, we partnered with East Tennessee State University's master program under Dr. Delana Reed, and also with the Unicoi County High School's Drama Club, directed under Lori Wright, who used to be a board member on Tanasi's board. But we have partnered with those to have an event from 5 to 8 o'clock at the Unicoi County High School auditorium. And the good thing about this is that they will be actually talking and doing storytelling on the railroad tales, which will include the Tweetsie and the Carolina Clinchfield.
Well, that'd be interesting.
Yes.
So is this open to the public?
This is open to the public. We do have a registration. It's not recommended, it's not necessarily recommended, but we like to get the information for the people who are coming so we can keep them on our email list for future events.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
And so they can go to the Tanasi arts.org website, and there is a tab right there for registration for the event.
Very good. How long has this Tanasi Center been around?
Well, about 14 years ago, some like-minded individuals who love art and culture in the town of Unicoi came together and decided to develop the Art and Heritage Center. Right now, because we're temporarily housed in the Unicoi Information Center, we will eventually, hopefully, have a big building off exit 32. So travelers coming through, as well as the community and region, can enjoy art, can enjoy workshops, plays, music. So we want to be able to capture the mountain culture that we have.
Yes, because I haven't seen too many museums around here that is dedicated just to the Appalachian art. I mean, we like to celebrate it around here in different ways, and it's part of different galleries, but this is neat. So is this mostly the heritage, is the Appalachian heritage and things like that? And I think that's wonderful to go and see that. Like you said, the Spam guitars and things like that that people used to make with whatever they had.
Exactly.
And that's what I think is really cool. I can't wait to come out and check it out, actually. So when do you think you guys will have your own building?
It would be nice to be able to, we don't necessarily do a lot of fundraising right now, which we need to, to start fundraising more. But I guess it'd be great if somehow the state of Tennessee would actually help in preserving the arts and traditions of our mountains and with tax dollars and stuff. So, so it would be great. But grants don't necessarily. You're not able to actually get a grant to, to build you a building. So it would be great for someone who loves the arts and culture to be able to help us in, our future endeavors.
So hopefully a kind-hearted big donation will come your way.
Would be wonderful,
I
yes.
see. So how am I just hearing about all this now? Does it just take a long time? Do you guys advertise very much? Or, because I kind of sought you guys out.
In the past, we mostly did, I'm more local marketing, but now we are actually under the NEA grant, being able to focus more regionally marketing.
And so the NEA grant's the National Endowment of the Arts
Yes.
grant. And you were instrumental in getting that grant, weren't you?
Yes, a fellow board member, Court Lewis, and I both wrote the grant together. And and we were able to receive it. So, which was huge because it's a $25,000 grant, wow. And so, some people maybe not think that that's huge, but it is for our town of Unicoi, a small town. But we like to be able to, reach regionally the people, and we've had a lot of people come all over the region to our events as well. So.
Well, what has been some of the more popular events that you have?
The earth foraging was huge, but we had mountain landscape photography with David Ramsey in September as well, and it was nice. Our corn husk dolls were it was really neat because you're able to take home a product.
Yeah.
And as well, during that session, they were able to learn how to dye their own yarn. And a lot of people do not realize how much, it doesn't really take a lot of time to actually learn how to do it. And so they were able to get that hands-on experience. And I think that they really enjoyed doing that. So, and we just finished a quilting class, learning how to make a table runner in January, and which that class was limited in number, but the women loved, they really enjoyed, all the participants loved coming home with a product in their hand.
And they got to bring one too. And was that free as well?
Yes.
Wow.
Free, yes. We were able to provide the event organizer, the person who's actually teaching the class, provide them $250 in materials. So that really helps tremendously.
How fun is that?
Yes.
I did notice when I was looking on the website that the herb foraging, you had some videos, and there was a video of them panning the audience. And there was a lot of people there. I was curious because I thought, I wonder how many people are really interested in there. And it was packed. Yes. It was standing room, it looked like.
It will be. And we will have future herb foraging classes, not only about foraging, but also how to make teas or how to make food. And we did that day. She actually made salads and different other hors d'oeuvres for with what they found.
Well, that would be fun to go out and forage for it, and then everybody come
Yeah.
home and see what they had, or come back to the class and make your own salad and everybody eat what they foraged.
Oh, yes.
That would be fun.
And it's amazing for people to understand that, you know, there are tons of herbs and tons of flowers and tons of, you know, mushrooms or anything out there. And we live in the oldest mountains in the world. So the Appalachian Mountains are home to so many species that, you know, you can't find anywhere else. And so it's really great to know that, you know, you can step out your back door. I mean, pine needles. A lot of people don't realize that pine needles can actually be put into water to make a tea.
Oh, my son would make pine needle tea
Yeah,
and things like that.
exactly.
He
And
knows
so-
so much when he would go out there. I mean, I can't tell you how many times he would just go out with a cup and a knife and say, I'll be back in a couple days. I just need to get to the mountain. And that's all he would take. And maybe he'd tie a blanket around his waist or something. And I was like, he's hardcore, man. I don't know how he did. But he liked to challenge himself. But he learned so much about, he'd say, I'm stuffed, you know. Mom, there's a lot of food out there. Because I'd try to pack stuff. Well, take some food to go. Mom, there's plenty out there. You just need to know what you're looking for.
Exactly.
Okay.
And make sure that you don't pick something that
Yes,
is,
well,
is poisonous.
yes, he has made that mistake a few times. Okay, well, this is really interesting. I have a lot more questions to ask you. So we will be back in just a moment with more fun with Christy.